What's going on, guys? Audio here, welcome back to a brand new video. So today I'm going to be showing you guys my new custom tactics, and there is only one tactic that has stayed the exact same since my last custom tactic video. Everything else is completely new. Now this is the team I'm currently using. The defensive line has got Team of the Year Virgil van Dijk, honorable mentions Koulibaly. I think you guys already know how good those two are with each other. We got Zidane and Zakaria in the midfield, and the attack, Prime Jarzinho, Player of the Month Mbappe. Yeah, we have got a very, very good attack as well. All round, the team is solid. Let me go ahead and show you guys my balanced tactics and instructions to start this off. I know not too many people care about my balanced tactics or instructions because they know as soon as I get into the game, I switch over to my attacking or defensive tactic. It's just, it does take the game a few minutes to process that you've actually done that and move the players into the right position. So I think it's very important to do your balanced tactics and instructions so you can defend in the first 5 minutes as good as possible. So these are mine. My defensive style is balanced. My width is 45. My depth is 60. Build up play is balanced. Chance creation is direct passing. The width is 50. Players in box 6. Corners 2, and free kicks is also going to be on 2. Now the instructions. Now this probably will be different to yours because it really does depend on what formation you are starting off with. So if you're starting off with a 4-2-3-1, obviously the instructions are going to be different, right, to like the 4-2-4. What I would recommend is try to have as many players back on defense as possible. So I've got my left wing, my right wing on comeback on defense. The goalkeeper's like default, centre backs are default as well. Left back, right back, stay back while attacking. Both centre mids stay back while attacking as well. Cover centre. The strikers, there's no need for that. That's like pushing it. You know, you don't need that many players on defense. But the goal is to have a good amount of players back on defense in the first 5 minutes of the game so you do not concede very, very early off. Now, the formation I do switch to, I would say 95% of the time in my games, because there is times that I do switch over to my defensive tactic to start it, but 95% of the time I'm switching over to my attacking tactic, the 4-3-2-1. This is the exact same as my last custom tactic video. This attacking tactic is the exact same. Nothing has changed. These are the tactics. The defensive style is balanced. The width is 47. The depth is 72. Build up play balanced. Chance creation is direct passing. Width is 47. Players on the box 6. Corners and free kicks are both going to be on 3. The reason the depth is so high at 72 is because at 72 depth, you do get automatic offside traps, which allows your defensive line to push up automatically. And in this formation, it is very, very nice to work with. Now, you can do an offside trap manually if you want to as well. Just click down on the D-pad and click down again. But yeah, that is the reason the depth is at 72. The chance creation being on direct passing, it allows your attackers to push back the opponent's defensive line, allowing you to have way more space to work with in the middle. Now, the instructions: goalkeeper, default. Centre backs, default as well. Left back, overlap. Right back, stay back while attacking, overlap. Now, you can switch these around if you want to. It's just if you do switch these around, the right centre mid instructions needs to go on the left centre mid, and the left centre forward instructions need to go on the right centre forward. So just keep that in mind. I've got my left back on overlap because João Cancelo going forward, in my opinion, is better than Diogo Dalot. So it's like just having that, you know, amazing dribbling ability going forward is super nice to work with. You need to use your fullbacks in this formation. You need to. Going forward, it is a must. Your fullbacks tend to be very, very open, allowing you just to go for an easy switch of play. Now, the midfield: middle centre mid, stay back while attacking, cover centre, and that's the exact same thing for your left centre mid as well. But your right centre mid is going to be on get in the box or a cross, and that's it. Everything else is default. On defense, this does defend in a 4-4-2, but going forward, it is a 4-3-2-1. So what happens on defense is your middle centre mid and your left centre mid is your two centre mids in like a 4-4-2, and your right centre mid pushes out to the right mid position, and your left centre forward pushes out into a left mid position. So yeah, the left centre forward is on comeback on defense, the striker is on stay central, stay forward, and the right centre forward is on stay central and get in behind. These two are going to be the link up play. They're going to be combining with each other very nicely. You notice how I've got one of these on get in behind? It's because you're going to have a runner all the time. You're going to have a player constantly running in behind, but you're also going to have that balance of if you want to go short, your strikers are going to come short. You know, you're not going to have both of them just constantly making runs and then all of a sudden you haven't got an option and you need to pass back. No, that is not the case here. One of them is going to be running while the other is going to be coming short and making those runs as well. Now, if this formation is not really working for me, I'm going to go ahead and switch over to the 3-4-2-1. I will only switch over to this formation if I feel like I can't really break down my opponent. My opponent is defending really well. That's when this formation comes out to play, and this formation is getting used by a lot of pro players right now. It is crazy good, and these are the tactics. Defensive style, balance. The width is 42. The depth is 70. Build up play, balance. Chance creation is direct passing. The width is 50. Play in the box 6, corners 3, and free kicks is also going to be on 2. Now, the reason the depth is not at 72 is because I don't want automatic offside traps in this formation. I don't really like it. I would rather do it manually, so I'll do it when I want to. I don't really like it in the 3-4-2-1. Like I said, in the 4-3-2-1, it is very, very good. So yeah, 70 depth, still playing a high line, not dropping deep, still pressing my opponent into making a mistake so I can get that ball and quickly counter. Chance creation, direct passing, same thing as the 4-3-2-1. Pushes back your opponent's defensive line, allowing you to have more space to work with in the middle. The players in the box on 6. What you're going to notice in this formation is the amount of options you have inside the box is a complete joke. There's always going to be like one player wide open, and that is why players in the box on 6 in this formation is incredible. Now, the instructions. Goalkeeper, default. Centre backs, default as well. Left centre mid and right centre mid on the exact same thing. Stay back while attacking, cover centre. The left mid, come back on defense, get in a box for a cross, and that is the exact same for your right mid as well. Your left centre forward and right centre forward is going to be on default, and your striker is going to be on stay central and get in behind. Now, what you're going to notice in this formation is the left mid and right mid is going to act like a left wing back and a right wing back. So you're going to notice a 5 at the back on defense. It's crazy good on defense because you got that like strong defensive line, but you've also got the nice midfield as well with your 2 centre mids just chilling in front of your defensive line. The reason the left centre forward and right centre forward is on default is because of the fact that they are going to help out your left mid and right mid. What you're going to notice, if you pass the ball down the line, or let's say you're going to pass the ball to your right mid, you're going to notice your right centre forward make a nice little run down the line. Then what that does is it pushes your striker a little bit closer to them, and your left centre forward moves over, giving you 2 strikers pretty much inside the box. And you're going to notice your left mid back post. So you've also got a back stick cross if you want to as well. I'm telling you, going forward, it is crazy. Make sure the left centre forward and right centre forward is on default, and make sure the striker is on get in behind, stay central. Now, if I feel like those 2 formations aren't working, maybe I'm like, let's say 1-0 down, 75th minute, I'm full sending. I am full sending it. 4-2-4 is back. Honestly, this formation, it's so good. It's so good because it presses your opponent. You have the 4 attackers up there. You've got the 2 midfielders, and you've got the fullbacks that pushes it up as well. It is simply incredible. I did like my 3 at the back, the other custom tactic that I gave you guys, but I was like, okay, maybe let me try the 4-2-4 once again. And yeah, I'm just in love with this formation. Getting back into a game, it's not disappointing. Let's say that. It's definitely not disappointing. It gets me back into a game pretty much every single time. So my defensive style is constant pressure. The width is 60. The depth is 80. Build up play, balance. Chance creation is forward runs. The width is 50. Plays in the box is on 7. Corners 3. And free kicks is going to be on 2. The reason I have not got direct passing in this formation, or on this formation, let's say, is because most likely your opponent is already just kind of like sitting back. You don't want to push them even further back because that's going to just allow so many players to be inside your opponent's box. So you don't want that. What you want is forward runs. It allows your players to make some very unexpected runs, making your opponent kind of confused. They don't know who to mark. All of a sudden, there's just so many players inside the box from your team, and you just have like multiple options that you can pass to. So yeah, forward runs is really good on the 4-2-4. Depth 80, you don't want to play a deep line because you're trying to get back into a game. So 80 depth is obviously understandable, and the constant pressure, I think you guys know why. I don't think I need to explain the constant pressure on this tactic. The goalkeeper, comfort crosses, sweeper keeper. You want to try to make your keeper a little bit more aggressive. You want them to come out. You want them to, you know, cover you if they go for a random overtop through ball. So I've got sweeper keeper and comfort crosses on Van der Sar. The goalkeepers, the centre backs, default, left back, join the attack, overlap, and that's the exact same thing for your right back as well. I said you're trying to get back into a game. You want to try to get that ball as quick as possible. So having your left back and right back is going to allow them to kind of push up there. When you obviously get the ball, you're going to have way more options to work with as well, with your left back and right back going for that overlap and joining the attack. The centre mids cover centre, and that is literally it. You don't want anything like getting a box or a cross or stay back or attacking. You just want them to have that natural movement in the midfield while making sure they still cover that centre. The two strikers, stay central, stay forward. Most likely your opponent already has dropped very deep, so there's no point of having your two strikers on like getting behind, because what you're going to notice is they're going to be running offside for simply no reason, and it's just going to be super annoying seeing them constantly offside. But your left wing and right winger is going to be in get in behind, because what you are going to notice is when you have the ball with your striker, your left wing and right wing make a crazy run, allowing you just go for that through ball, and then all of a sudden you can pass it across and most likely get a goal. So yeah, the left wing and right wing getting a box for a cross and getting behind, but your two strikers are going to be on stay central, stay forward. Now if you're trying to defend the lead, you're not trying to get back into a game, maybe you're 2-1 up against a very tough opponent, go ahead and switch over to the Ultra D tactic, the 4-2-3-1. A lot of people have been using this formation against me, and oh my god, it's so irritating because you have so many players back on defense. It is a joke, and that is why it's so good to defend a lead, and these are the tactics. The defensive style is going to be on balance. The width is 45, the depth is 55, the build-up play is balanced, chance creation is direct passing, the width is 50, plays in the box on 4, corners 3, and free kicks is going to be on 1. The reason you don't want to play a very high depth like 70 or 72 or anything like that is because you're trying to defend the lead here. You're 2-1 up, 80th minute. You're not trying to get, you know, an overtop through ball going behind your defensive line. All of a sudden, you're conceding a very, very cheap goal. You don't want that to happen, so play 55 depth. It is very nice in this tactic. The reason a chance creation is direct passing is the same reason in the 4-3-2-1. It still pushes back your opponent's defensive line. Even though you're playing more defensive, it's going to allow you to push back your opponent's defensive line, allowing you to pass it through the middle and not get pressed as easily and end up losing the ball in a stupid area. So yeah, make sure direct passing is on this tactic as well. The instructions: goalkeeper, default. Centre backs, default as well. Left back, stay back while attacking. Same thing for your right back. You don't want overlap. You're trying to defend the lead here. There's no need to have your left back or right back run out of position. You want them in position. The two DMs, cut passing lane, stay back while attacking, and cover centre. Your lamb is going to be on comeback on defense and get in the box for a cross, and that's going to be the exact same thing for your ram as well. The reason I have still got get in a box for a cross is because if I do end up getting a ball, I still want to try to score. It's not like I'm just playing straight up defense here and, you know, clearing a ball with every chance I get. No, I'm still going to try to go forward, and that is why I've still got like an attacking tactic on my lamb and ram. The cam is going to be on comeback on defense. No need for getting a box for a cross for your cam, and your striker is going to be on get in behind. The reason I haven't got stay forward on the striker or even come back on defense is because I noticed the striker has like a really nice balance in this formation, which allows the striker to kind of free roam. Let's say if they want to come back on defense, they're going to do it. But if they see a gap open in your opponent's defensive line, they're going to kind of just sit in that gap and wait for you to get that ball and wait for that overtop through ball to happen. So yeah, make sure the striker is on everything default apart from the get in behind. The get in behind is very important because it allows you to kind of just, you know, throw the ball up there out of pressure, because most likely your opponent is on constant pressure trying to get that ball back. So having a striker on getting behind is going to allow you to have like an outlet, something that you can do if you have no option at all. But yeah, that is it for my custom tactics. Hope you guys do enjoy them. I hope they do get you a few more wins in Rivals, a few more wins in Foot Champs as well. I say this at the end of every single custom tactic video that I do. Give it a few games. You're going to have to learn how to play with a formation, learn how to play with the tactics, learn how to play with your players, like how they move across the pitch, where you need to pass to and everything like that. Don't just give it one game and call it a day. Give it a few, try to learn how to play in the formations, tactics, and learn how the players move. And then trust me, these formations, these custom tactics will bring you a few more W's in Champs and Rivals as well. But that is going to be it. Hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.